Good morning, everyone. For those of you who watched the Brian Snow show yesterday, you know I've learned of some very devastating news. A very dear friend of mine, Alvin Washington, will have his end of life services today, and it's scheduled for 11:45 Central Time from Christ Hospital in Chicago. This is a fellow who, well, in essence, for 20 of the 27 years I have known him, was my broadcast partner. He helped start the company that I have right now. He taught me a lot. He was there for me as a friend in many, many ways. And while it's true that all friendships go through a lot of turbulence, ours was no different. He would meet the woman that I now call my wife. And when I learned of his news yesterday, courtesy of his mom, it was one of the toughest things that's ever hit me. So today, in his honor, we're going to laugh. We're going to talk sports. And at the end of the show, I will provide, I'll sprinkle a couple of memories throughout the show. But, of course, we're going to get totally deets because it's Thursday. And probably in lieu of the whip around here in a couple of moments, I'll share a story about him. So let's get ready to laugh. Let's get ready to talk some sports. And let's get ready to honor someone special. Then, dog, this one's for you. I love you.
On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This Brownsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised that the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no. Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Oh, yeah! Y'all know who this one is for, and his memory will live on with all of us. Good morning! Welcome to the Tripped Out Memorial Thursday of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. We're glad to have y'all right along shotgun with us. We're presented by BetUS.com and Invader Coffee. We got a lot to do, and we got a long way to go and a short time to get there, as the song goes. And to a very special friend, this one and everyone after this. Well, before, during, and after this is for you, my friend. You taught me a lot, and I'm going to prove it with everything I do from here on out. Here we go to the Whip Around, presented by Fanatic. Although the New York Mets are planning for 2025 and beyond, Steve Cohen doesn't want to get embarrassed next season. Well, you're a little late for that, because your two aces are gone. And you don't want to get embarrassed next season. You should have thought about that before you put the team on the field that you did, sir. Well, the Pac-12s, a.k.a. the Pac-10, a.k.a. the Pac-9, or whatever the hell this conference is going to remain as a shell of itself, is pretty much done, as the Big Ten's exploration of potential expansion, which the league generally acknowledged Wednesday, underscores the fragility of the overall college landscape and casts a pall over the future of the Pac-12. In the wake of a Yahoo Sports report Wednesday that the Big Ten has begun exploratory discussions about potential additions, the Big Ten said in a statement, it's also the commissioner's job to keep the conference chancellors and presidents informed about new developments as they occur, close quote. That statement hints at the instability of the Pac-12, which lost Colorado to the Big 12 last week. The league was presented a primarily Apple streaming deal Tuesday that was met with tepid reactions because of issues with exposure and guaranteed money. Uh-oh. That leaves 9 schools pondering their options, along with an uncertainty around the Pac-12 that prompted the Big Ten to begin formal due diligence. In other words, the Big Ten is trying to become the SEC since the SEC was already there. They were snatching teams first. Arkansas 1990, anyone? Or 1991, anyone? And now, to a point, all hell has broken loose. Ay, ay, ay. As if we needed any more evidence of conference supremacy. Yes, that's a direction. Former Sixth Man of the Year, Montrezl Harrell, has a torn ACL. Ouch. 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 And I repeat, ouch. As if nothing else has to go wrong for the Philadelphia 76ers. And as I often say on this program, and then this happens. I feel sorry for Montrezl Harrell. Yes, I do. I don't feel sorry for the Philadelphia 76ers. I know that sounds kind of cruel, but I don't. They put themselves in this situation. He has a torn ACL and meniscus in his right knee after he had an MRI to assess swelling on Wednesday. The reserve big man suffered the injury during off-season workouts. They re-signed Harrell after he played in 57 games, starting 7 in his first season in Philadelphia. The former Louisville standout has shot at least 55% every season of his 8-year career since being drafted in 2015 by the Houston Rockets. According to the NBA, he's one of 4 players to hold that stat since the 2015-16 season. He was the 6th man of the year in 2020 when he was on the Clippers. He averaged a career-high 18 points and 7 rebounds per game, along with 1 assist and 1 block per outing that season, shooting 58% from the floor. They made it to the conference semifinals, the Sixers did last year, where they lost to the Boston Celtics in 7 games. Well, dear Montrezl Harrell, get the hell out of there while you have the chance, because pretty soon you ain't gonna have a chance anymore. And before I go to my next point, here's the man in charge of Cole Sports with a Z, Mr. Cole Johnson. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning to everybody in the Finance Feedback Zone, everybody watching and listening, and to you, Mr. Snowman. Good morning to you, sir.
And good morning to all on CST, watching via CSTV and BS3 TV and listening through all of our networks in the region, across the nation, and around the world. This next one hurts. Chicago White Sox closer Liam Hendriks underwent Tommy John surgery on Wednesday to repair a torn ulnar collateral ligament in his right elbow. He made a comeback to baseball after beating cancer, but will not be sidelined again. But the procedure was performed by Dr. Keith Meister at TMI Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery in Arlington, Texas. The team physician said the team physician ahead of the head team physician of the Texas Rangers. The recovery time is approximately 12 to 14 months, putting Hendriks likely out through
Possibly next season. Ooh, wow. So you mean to tell me, possibly, not saying this is likely, but possibly, the earliest that the White Sox closer can actually hit the mound is April 2025? Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
This hurts.
When I saw that, my heart sunk for you, because I was like, oh, man, I know he's not going to like seeing this.
And we had just snatched Hendriks from Oakland in 21, and he was the premier closer for both Oakland and for Chicago. This one's going to hurt.
Yeah. And
the 34-year-old Hendriks is attacking this just the way that he attacked cancer. You know, with everything, very aggressively.
Yeah.
Liam Hendriks, the South Side loves you, brother. I'm going to backtrack because I want to make my partner smile. Dear Montrezl Harrell, you messed up bad in signing with Philadelphia.
Well, you see, he wanted to trust the process. I mean,
I'm trying not to laugh and keep a serious face while you say that.
Yeah, I mean, Montrezl went to Philly because he wanted to trust the process.
What process? You lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God!
You push that button just as I'm saying what process. I'll save that for a later day. And in lieu of what I'm reading in front of me, I'm going to close the whip around right there.
One more thing. Tom Brady, he's going to be the owner of Birmingham City. Who gives a crap? That ends whip around.
The Hall of Fame game is this weekend? Who cares?
Actually, it's tonight.
I'll be asleep. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Man, I went home that day and talked to my wife, Vicky. And Vicky was like, "What's wrong with you? You pissed off?" "Yeah, I got this partner I'm working with back in the radio station. The Negro be lying." What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
What in the all types of Vita blue hell?
Negro be lying.
Comparable and legendary Chris Bass. We all will hear tomorrow.
Thank the Lord there's no one like him.
I don't want anyone to ever be like Chris Bass,
No,
because
I don't either.
he pops something. He will throw something at you. Forget it trying to stick. It's stuck before it even comes out of his brain. Okay? That example right there.
He is one of the most entertaining human beings I have ever been around. And I'm
One
like,
of a kind.
One
of a kind.
The light don't even have to be on. The record light don't have to be red, and this is how he is. I'm like, doggone. Yeah. He's awesome.
Oh boy. This portion presented by Recruiting Giants, whose mission is to connect exceptional talent with exceptional companies. Call Mark Zanetto at 336-587-3659. That's 336-587-3659, or email him at info@recruitinggiants.com. Recruiting Giants, where talent meets opportunity. Thank you, Mark, down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, for helping us with this sponsorship. Now then,
North Carolina. I'm sorry, my bad.
Don't feel bad about that. You know I miss Carolina right now. Do not feel bad. Okay.
Who am I? Petey Pop Mother. Oh, my bad. I'm getting too hype. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna sock you in the mouth.
Woosah.
Wait. Let me say it right and put a little southern twang to it. I'm gonna sock you in the mouth.
I'm gonna sock you straight in the mouth.
That's for Alvin, who was born in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
He's a part of you. He had that Cajun flavor to him. I'm gonna sock you straight in the mouth. Not mouth. MOUF. Mouth.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Straight in your mouth. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You fool. Knowing that's how they speak. And they put have you noticed they put you born in New Orleans? They put the emphasis on the wrong syllable sometimes.
Baby. I have relatives at the Yang Yang. I've heard this all my life. Yes, I know.
They put the emphasis on the wrong syllable down in New Orleans. Now I've been through Baton Rouge. I've been through New Orleans. I've only had to be in New Orleans for a half hour to know what that language is. It's like going up north to Canada. It's a language all its own down in New Orleans. It's a
language all its own. Yep. You definitely will not hear that anywhere else.
No.
And I mean, in certain cases, not even anywhere else in the state. I mean, it's like, man.
No. I mean, like I said, Alvin was born in New Orleans. That's where I learned the correct pronunciation, and I put the word correct in
pronunciation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I put of the word scrimp.
Because yep, they will say that. Yes, they will say that often, considering they eat a lot of scrimp. Yes.
My grandfather was born in Macomb, Mississippi, and he came to
near New Orleans there.
Thank you. Yeah. he wasn't far from the French border.
No.
Okay, to business.
Yes.
The Hall of Fame game is
tonight. Yes, sir.
Hold up.
Hall of Fame game is tonight. 8 p.m. kickoff. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your question.
Tonight is the Hall of Fame game?
Tonight.
Why the f*** you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop f***ing lying.
That's for I almost sock you straight in the mouth line you gave me earlier. Okay, the Hall of Fame game, which is tonight, and I've known that, is the Cleveland Browns.
Not clowns.
And am I lying?
Oh, the way their front office has been as of late, no.
Am I lying when I say that? You got the Cleveland Clowns and Ryan McCaffrey's team, the New York Jets.
So what basically you're saying, we have the Cleveland Clowns.
What the hell is this doing in the Hall of Fame game?
So you're saying we have the Cleveland Clowns against the New York Aaron Rodgers. Okay, got it. Okay.
Against the New York Ayahuascas.
Yes, New York Ayahuascas, and we won't see any hint of it because I'm sure the Jets are smart enough not to put Rodgers on the field.
We won't see a hint of Deshaun Watson, and we won't see a hint of Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Now,
of course, you know why they actually have this because, well, the Jets now they have Rodgers. They probably are the darlings of the NFL this year. Even more so, I mean, like for the casual sports fan, even more so than the Cowboys, even more so than the Giants, even more so than the Eagles, even more so than pick any other team, or definitely the Rams. The Rams suck this year, and I'm not saying to talk trash. That's just the truth. They're the Jets. The Jets are going to get all. Yeah,
playmaker, we love you, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah. The lion's share of the attention of, oh my gosh, we got to make sure that this guy can pee right, is all on the Jets.
Shut up!
Why? What?
I know you're not lying. Look, I don't need to find a lie.
To borrow from you.
I don't need to find a lie.
To borrow from you. What'd I say?
To make sure Aaron Rodgers can pee right. Look, it's a truth. I know it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of Eagles, hey, Mr. McCain. We score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit a low, hit a high, and watch our Eagles fly.
You know.
Eagles fly on the road to victory. EATLES Eagles.
You know, if
a Hall of Fame game.
Mm-hmm.
We show it with some teams that actually are interesting.
Well, here's the problem. They actually did pick 2 teams which are considerably interesting because of their quarterbacks. And we already mentioned Rodgers. Now on the other side. So, of course, you have a guy who no cap to be stopped. You have a guy who needs to actually wear a cap.
Agreed on both statements.
Yes,
sir.
he needs to wear. Yeah, he needs to wear a cap on his head. Yes.
Agree on both statements.
Yes, he needs to wear a cap on his head below the waist.
I was gonna say on both heads, but you beat me to it.
Yes. Because everybody is now clamoring to see him not wanting to have wonderful blowjobs. Wonderful massages. That's what I meant. Massages.
I didn't do that right.
Tiger uppercut.
Did you say massages?
Yes, I said massages. People want to see if he actually can have wonderful massages while. Let me see if I can think of the right. Oh yes, while he gets his Clarence Carter on, I'll be stroking. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be stroking. Stroke it to the east. Stroke it to the west. Stroke it to the hole that I love the best. Oh, I'll be stroking.
Thank you, Clarence Carter.
People are clamoring to see if Deshaun Watson.
Thank you, Clarence Carter.
People are going to clamor to see if Deshaun Watson is going to go errand again and have masseuses over so that he actually can pleasure himself.
Hey, you have to say it the way my grandchildren would say it. My 5-year-old grandson would say it. Masseuses.
Yeah, well, and actually they would be correct because he did have a lot of masseuses. Dummy. Oh my gosh.
When you can't pronounce masseuses correctly,
you
know you have a problem.
Yes.
Big ass problem. So now we get to see the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets in Canton, Ohio.
Right.
That is unfair to kick off the preseason. Hey, NFL, with this preseason game, just
stop the cap,
please.
But they gotta start. They gotta start somewhere. I mean, you have to put two teams together.
Let me repeat my request. Hey, scheduling team of the NFL,
stop the cap,
please. I'm gonna laugh all morning. I'm gonna laugh. How did you put it? The joke writes
itself. It writes itself. I mean, seriously.
The jokes write themselves.
Seriously,
man.
look. As you know, as probably many in the chat know, for those some of you might know, some not. I'm a part of a national media conglomerate. I know how these meetings go. I know there is somebody in the sports arm of NBC who coordinated with the NFL and said, okay, we gotta think, okay, what two teams would be great to put on television to start the season? And for them, start the season is not week one of the regular season. No, it is the preseason.
It's the preseason. Listen, I'm from the third largest market in the country. I've been in many of these scheduling meetings, and when I say many, I mean just that, many. All right, they just wouldn't let a smart man make a smart decision.
Right.
And I'm throwing all kinds of hints with that statement.
I mean,
we've seen how these scheduling meetings go.
And you normally have someone who really barely has a clue as to how sports works and how the sports fan works, and they normally will say okay and basically read headlines. Oh yeah, the team that got the guy from the Texans that had the whole problem. Yeah, I think that'd be good. And the quarterback that New York. Oh yeah, well New York, that's cool. All right, so yeah, we got that locked down. Okay, so New York is going to be great. Have the Jets. Have the what's that team? It's not the Texans. It's the Browns. Okay, yeah. Have the Jets and the Browns. They'll meet. That's our first game of the year.
How many times have we said this with the NBA since?
Not giving a crap what else happens.
No. How many times have we said this with the NBA scheduling since the four-letter network took over the NBA contract in 2002. How many times have we seen that? How many times have we talked about it?
Too many.
Listen,
one too many.
I'll make my request again to the NFL scheduling guru, and I know this is not going to happen because they have way more money in their pockets than we do in ours. I understand that. I plan to change that in a couple of years, but just do us this favor.
Stop the cap.
Because as y'all know,
you tripping
when it comes to this Hall of Fame game. Who in the Vita Blue Hell wrote this?
Here's what's and Tom of thank you of CSTV fam and Tom. He says, "Look, hey, give them some love. All teams need some airtime." And I know you're a Browns fan. Obviously, you're a bigger Eagles fan, and I know you're a Browns fan.
Yes.
Here's the funny thing about that, though. Not your comment, but the statement that you put forth. Starting this year, they're trying to emphasize not putting every NFL team on TV. I know this because I'm a Texans fan, and the Texans will not be on national TV one time. Thank the Lord.
Yes,
because they do not belong on TV. They don't.
They any Texans game that gets any national coverage deserves that sound.
Yeah. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Cardinals aren't going to be on national TV either. So, yeah.
hey, Joe Buck, what do you say to the Texans not getting any national games?
We will see you tomorrow night.
I knew you'd appreciate that one. I knew you'd. Wait, whoa. You're a Texans fan. I know people in your fan base. There were actually some delusional Texas fans that when you make that statement of them not getting a national game at all, they think three words.
Oh, hell no!
And us rational fans, us rational football fans, never mind the team, us rational football fans are thinking,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. And that's exactly what people would say. For those who don't have the rooting interest with the Texans, they would say, who is this garbage team? They do not know. No. I'm going to write to whoever they're televising this game. ESPN, CBS, NBC, ABC. I don't care who's televising this game.
And they write to them all.
Heck, if I have one, write to them all and say, do not put this team on TV.
They're doing us a favor in not putting the Texans nor the Cardinals on national television.
They are.
Okay. They're doing us a huge favor in not. And I know people in Arizona, and they don't want to see the Cardinals on national television.
No, they're smart. They know their team is full of hot garbage.
I know. Listen.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
It sucks to say that, but I know how that feels.
I went through it with the 49ers in the mid-2010s. All the way through from 2016 through 19. Been there. Been there. After Steve Mariucci, we didn't have a good coach in Frisco until Kyle Shanahan. Well, Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, yeah.
Listen, Jim Harbaugh was not consistent after 2013.
That's the problem that I have with him. Thank you. I was going to say that's why I don't really say him as much.
Look, Kyle Shanahan has been consistent since he's been there, except for 2018 and 2020, when his team was littered by injuries. There has been consistency restored in San Francisco. Now, this game tonight,
what's up, Mitch?
I will be sound asleep.
And I think after probably the first possession of each team, so will most of America, as they should.
When I saw this matchup, I think of the words of the legendary Paul Allen.
Are you kidding me?
And that was after a missed field goal. They completely. All right, I'm going to use a phrase I rarely use, but I will use it here. They completely screwed the pooch with this matchup.
Screwed the pooch. That's a good phrase. I haven't seen that. Heard that in a minute.
They completely screwed the pooch in every which way possible.
Well, like I said, I already know how this was handled. Somebody high up in the NBC sports realm, because I think that's who's televising it. I'm sure they went to the NFL.
which means Mike Tirico is looking at this and going,
Oh, hell no!
and his partner's going,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
and
Yeah, because
the production crew on NBC that's at Tom Benson Stadium setting up for this frivolity is going,
Stop the cap.
yeah, because they have to come up with these anecdotal stories. Basically,
They
you
have
have
to
a football. You'll have a
3
football.
hours.
Yeah, basically, you'll have a football tandem that has to think like baseball, where they have to find a way to entertain things between the action periods. But the problem with that in football sense is once you get to the second quarter, you pretty much have to be on anecdotal mode the rest of the game.
The rest of the way. The rest of the way. I took a look at this matchup and went, I will be sound. Listen, I would have struck the set here in my home office. I would have struck
But
the
I guarantee you, that is what happened.
I know. You raised in Houston, me in Chicago. We ain't got to talk about this anymore. Okay?
No.
You work for a national conglomerate. I'm becoming a national conglomerate. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burnt the sumbitch when we both got done with it.
Wait. Oh. Ryan, he says that team talking about the Cardinals. That team is straight Call of Booty. Nobody wants to see it on TV nationally.
Thank you, Victor Locke, for that phrase.
Yes, thank you, Victor Locke.
Thank you, Victor, for that. Are we disparaging the Jets or the Browns? It's hard for me to tell. Ryan, I'll make it simple. Both. Instead of, listen, one team is the Jets, one team's the Cardinals. I did that joke wrong. One team's the Jets, one team's the Browns, and we're just getting rid of both. Let's go to a break.
I'll put it like this, Ryan. One guy is picking stuff from his feet, and the other guy is picking stuff from his pubic hairs. That is your matchup for tonight.
That is your Hall of Fame game. We'll go to a break. When we come back, we get totally deep and find out. Oh, God. Thank you, Ryan. When we come back, we will highlight expectations on each team and tell you whether your team is a contender, a pretender, or the Cleveland Clowns in lieu of the Detroit Lions, who can actually compete. But Deets will explain it all, and we'll help him explain it. God help us when you all get back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
CSTV will air the Big Three, and I'll call the doggone games. Ice Cube, bring your show out west, and we'll handle it. I am making a public plea right now. You want some fair coverage? CSTV will air your games, all of them, and I'll call as many as I can. We'll do a simulcast, television and radio. It's an area I know best. Television and radio. And yeah, I'm putting it all the way out there. So you know what, Ice Cube? I'll make this plea right now. Me, a small-time YouTuber, a small-time broadcaster, according to a lot of people, which I don't listen to, put your games on CSTV. Put your games on CSTV. Give us a little funding, and we'll do the rest.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is The Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with The Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-973-6121.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Cut, you seals! 39 after the hour. If you're looking for the best way to experience live events, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you use the code Snowman Multimedia, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Sam Shady will join us tomorrow to talk more XFL signings, and there is a juicy matchup in the CFL, and I will have the voice of the Toronto Argonauts on this afternoon. Tell you who he is as we go along. Right now, let's get totally deets and talk some football. Now!
Before that, hold on a second. Six says, what about the other put up? So I will do this before we bring on our guest.
All right.
The funky strokings of Go Sports. Brought to you by Smooth and Soft Massage Parlors, home of the smoothest and softest massages in the world. Happy endings guaranteed.
I'll say two things before we bring on Deets.
Mm-hmm.
To Sick Dickie, you a damn nut.
Yes, he is.
And to you, Cole Johnson, for reading it in that way,
mm-hmm.
You are an asshole.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deets.
That's not just a murmur. That's a full-blown fibrillation.
He's a man. He's 40. He's a full-blown fibrillation. And he joins us right now. This is Chris Deets, the man in charge of Totally Deets and the Fifth Down Sports Show. What up, Deets?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Everything's good, man.
Listen to that sound.
I know.
Listen to that mic, huh?
Wow. I'm impressed, sir.
We all have gotten upgrades in the past couple of years. I love it. This is the time of the year where normally it would just be Deets and I getting together about this, but Cole's aboard with us. We got the chat along with us. We like to call this what, Deets? Say it.
We say, well, we're bringing some Fifth Down to the Snowman in the Morning here because unfortunately we can't do this year on Fifth Down Sports. We just don't have the time.
Right.
With all the stuff that I got going on this weekend. Because I will be at Yankee Stadium on Sunday to watch Cole Johnson's Houston Astros play the New York Yankees. So it'll be
they're gonna beat the
fun
out of the Yankees.
It'll be fun. I'll be live in person for that one. It'll be my first time at Yankee Stadium. So the new Yankee Stadium.
So what made you want to actually go to the Bronx?
We have bachelor party weekend, so we're
cool.
taking over New York. We're heading into the city on Saturday. We're staying over in the city, so we're doing that. And then the groom is a big Yankee fan, so we got tickets. So we got tickets to Yankee Stadium, and we all We all got a nice row. And
so you get a front row. So y'all get a front row seat to see Yordan Alvarez pummel Yankee pitching all weekend, or at least that night.
Pretty much. It'll be. The game is at 1 o'clock, which I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked that it's a 1 o'clock game on a Sunday, but.
Well, it's Sunday. And it's a getaway day.
It's more for us, but before we get into the game that I'm bringing, Cole, you said you've been in those meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think anybody in that meeting at NBC was like, when the guy said, "Well, we got to get the Jets and the Browns because their quarterbacks are the big stories"? Did anybody speak up and say, "They're not going to play you, dummy"? Why would we want to put these teams on if those guys aren't like why? So we can show them wearing a hat and a headset on the sideline?
Can we get Bishop Can we get the Bishop to answer that question, please? Because you know what the answer is. You know what the answer is.
No.
Yeah, the answer is.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
It's stupidly what you normally hear coaches say to you've been through this, Deeds. What coaches say to players because they want them to get the understanding that you got to play a team concept. You can't be a me thing. Where they will actually in this same meeting will say, "Well, it's really about the name on the front of the jerseys, not the name on the back."
See, this is the game. This is the game the Texans should be in.
Agreed.
Because they won the draft.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that I want to see in the preseason pretty much play for the Texans. I want to see their draft picks play. That's who you're going to get in the Hall of Fame game. In the Hall of Fame game, you're getting.
You're going to get the draft picks more than likely are going to be playing more action.
Those are
than
the guys
anybody.
I want to see. I want to see the Texans guy. I want to see the Texans play in this game because it would be intriguing to actually watch and say, "Oh, I want to see their 5th and 6th rounders play."
Mm-hmm.
These are the kinds of people that need to come into this meeting and be like, "These are the teams we want to see. These are the people we want to talk about." These two idiots that are not even gonna be on the field.
Instead, what you will get is you'll get a gratuitous shot of Aaron Rodgers in a ball cap, probably talking to somebody on the sidelines with no pads on, yucking up everybody, and then there'll probably be a funny anecdote that Tirico would say about Rodgers, what Collinsworth say, "Now here's a guy," and then at another time you'll get Deshaun Watson's gratuitous shot, where it says, "Well, he stuck in ball cap, would say ball cap, probably yucking it up or studying some guide or plays." Or talking to the quarterback's coach or the offense coordinator, and you probably hear Tirico say, "Well, he stumbled last year, and you all know about the incident off the field that basically moved him away from the Texans. Can he actually rebound and get clear of his recent past?" Guaranteed. That is how these fools at NBC sold it to one another and sold it to those like us who would say, "Look, the two reasons why you would want to put these two teams on TV would be because they would be on the field. They're not going to be on the field, so what's the point of having them on TV when you know they're going to be on the sideline all game long?" That is how they would counter that.
They didn't sell it to us. They didn't sell it to us. That's what.
No, not us. They would sell it to those of us who would be in that meeting, where they would say they're not going to see this. They're not going to see the field. They would counter by saying, "Oh, well, they'll see the TV screen. They'll see the camera. We'll put them on there and we'll talk about them." I'm like, no, that does not work. But they don't give a crap.
That's why no one watches.
Yeah, but they don't give a crap. Right.
No one watches. No one watches the Hall of Fame game. I don't know anyone who's watching it.
And now, a gratuitous baseball break.
And Alvarez belts it deep to right field. Distant goodbye. Unbelievable. The Astros a walk-off win. Yordan Alvarez a walk-off 3-run homer. And the Astros stun the Mariners in Game 1 of the division series. Incredible.
I had to do that.
All right.
I had
So
to do that.
back
Now,
to
same time.
back to the reality here of what we're talking about. So we are playing our game. We created it on Fifth Down Sports Show. It is called Contender, Pretender, or the Detroit Lions.
Wait. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Do it again.
Contender, Pretender, or the Detroit Lions.
And the rules of this
the reason why we still keep the Detroit Lions in the name of this game is because they went 9-8 last year. And people are talking about how epic of a season they had. That's how bad the Detroit Lions have been for the last 15 years.
Well, there you go.
9-8 is epic. It's epically better than anything they've done in the last 15 years.
An epic improvement.
Yeah. Well, and you also have to understand too. You also have that same team. They had Hard Knocks that August, and everybody fell in love with Dan Campbell and the rest of this crew, and everybody loved them. And then they got up to the horrendous start they did, and then they came on feverishly strong, winning 8 out of the last 2. It's 10, Kimberly A. Martin. 8 out of the last 10, and the last of those 8 out of 10 that they won came at the hands of Aaron Rodgers' last game as a Packer. And I think people are excited about that. So they're saying, okay, we love the team. We're invested in them. Yeah, they came this close to making the playoffs, but we actually like the makeup of them, and we want to follow this team grow further. But I also agree with you, Dietz. It is a testament as to how horrendous they have been as a whole organization. Forget how they were on the field.
1991.
How they have been horrendous as an organization in total. Because like you said, Snowman, the last time they won a playoff game has been 32 years ago.
1991. All right.
With Scott Mitchell as a quarterback.
No, not Scott Mitchell. No. Eric Kramer as quarterback.
Eric Kramer was their quarterback.
Yep. Actually, their quarterback was Eric Kramer.
No. Scott Mitchell got creamed by Philly 3 years later, 58-37. But go ahead.
On live television, and we witnessed that on live television. All right,
we'll start right there. We'll start right there with the Detroit Lions. I mean, we might as well start right there. I'll tell you right. I'll answer first.
Okay.
I think they're a pretender. I looked at their schedule this year. I think they're going to have the exact same record as last year.
Okay.
I think they're going to be close to being 8. When I picked them the last week, I was on with the guys at the corner booth, and they did their over unders. I haven't looked at a schedule yet, so I'm just going off my gut, and my gut tells me the Lions are going to be a 7-win team. That's what it tells me.
7-10, you say? Okay.
So I think 7-10.
Okay, since we're talking schedules, let's go ahead and go through it. This is probably going to take the remainder of the show, but the hell with it. Let's do it. They start with the Chiefs Thursday, September 7th at 8:20 p.m. We all know how that's going to go. They see the Packers. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They see the Green Bay Packers on the 28th in Lambeau Field.
That should be a win.
That's an 8:15 game. Of course, October 8th. Why am I looking at this game? Because I believe this will be a massacre because the Lions get to sink their teeth into the Carolina Panthers.
Now, here is the thing, and I think this is why, if they are pretenders' deeds, this is why it would be true. Last year, the Lions would lose a game like this.
Yes.
because they would think, okay, we're better than this team. We can just roll the helmet on the field, and we have a better record than they are. Or they have. We have a better team than they have. We're more skilled than they are. We can win this game, and then they lay an egg. If they lose this game, then you'd be true. You'd be correct. They would still be pretenders because it means they still got to learn how to win.
And here are their last 3 games of the season: Christmas Eve in Minnesota, 6 days after that in Dallas. And then January 7th, they host the Minnesota Vikings and Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins. So
they get tested at the end of the year. Okay, nice.
They get their test at the end of the year. Next team.
Who you want?
Let's go to the Chicago Bears.
I knew you was gonna go Bears.
Let's do it. Let's go to the Chicago Bears.
They'd be pretenders.
They'll be pretenders. Yep.
The Bears are the new Detroit Lions. They're not even gonna be pretend. They're not even gonna be pretenders. We talked about
words
that.
of pretenders.
We
Wow.
talked about that schedule a couple weeks ago. They'll be lucky. They'll be lucky to get 5 wins this year.
They'll be lucky to get 4. 4.
They'll be lucky if Justin Fields plays 12 games for them this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Fields will not play 12. Let's play over under right now. I say Fields plays lower than 12. Plays under 12 games.
I'm saying they'll be lucky if he does.
Yeah.
Because I think it'll be less.
And I will tell you one game that will end in a tie. Christmas Eve, 4:25 against the Arizona Cardinals.
No.
It's a 4. Listen.
Thank the Lord there's other games playing that day.
I hope they flex the hell out of that
gosh.
game. Look, I hope they flex the hell out of that game and kick it back to noon.
Cole,
1 o'clock Eastern time.
You're gonna be hoping to see the Bears. What was that? Bears Cardinals.
Bears Cardinals Christmas Eve.
You're gonna want to watch that game because I know who your team plays on Christmas Eve.
Oh dear.
It is one of the worst matchups. I don't know how the NFL got away with this, but the Cleveland Browns visit the Houston Texans on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. You can't make this stuff up.
Tell me that's a 1 o'clock kickoff. Tell me that's a 1 o'clock kickoff.
It would have to be a 1 p.m.
It has to be a 1 o'clock kickoff.
It's got to be. They want to get that. They want to
get that over with.
They want to get that out of the way and just nobody pay attention to that game.
Okay. Okay. Then I must do the next team I choose. I do this out of the gratuity of a very beautiful woman in my household. Give me the news about the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, from all the things that I hear about the Indianapolis Colts is that they're going to ride with Anthony Richardson, and if that's the case,
pretender.
I gotta put him in the Detroit Lions category because they're
pretenders
with Anthony Richardson at quarterback.
That's all I need. That's all I need to know. That was a personal request this morning. Next in line, we choose the Carolina Panthers.
I actually think the Panthers will be better this year.
But
I think they'll be better than they were last year, which is not hard. Which is not hard to do.
Well, but you know what's so messed up about that though? If I'm not mistaken, I think they actually finished second in that division. I don't think they will.
Throw the whole division away.
I don't think they'll finish second.
Let's stay in the South. Throw the whole tank division away. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh gosh.
Tampa Bay.
Baker Mayfield.
I'm not.
Where's your game?
I'm not buying Baker. I'm not buying Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield as a person, but
yeah, he's cool.
On the field, no.
Yeah, he's cool as a person. His game just is not there.
Yeah.
Let's finish the division. New Orleans Saints.
I think the Saints are. I think the Saints are one of the best offenses. One of the best offenses in the league. If they can bring any sense of defense, they'll win that division going away.
Agreed.
Agreed.
They should be the best team in the NFC South.
Which means the Atlanta Falcons will be in the cellar. Am I right?
Well, they still have to learn with Desmond Ritter at what they can do with him and how they can maneuver with him and how they can build around him.
True.
They don't really know that yet.
Let's go west to the AFC West, and we start with the San Diego Chargers.
Thank you. I love you for saying that.
They're contenders because they're a playoff team.
Okay, true.
Okay, that's what it means to me. To be a contender to me means you're making the playoffs. And
Agreed.
And because once you're in, we've seen it too many times. When you're in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Mm-hmm.
This is true.
And
just ask the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And they can get in there. All they have to do is their coach just has to get out of his own way.
Thank you.
If he can stay out of his own way, they could be challenging the Chiefs for that division. But they'll be a wild card team because their coach is going to cost them at least 2 games. At least 2 games.
If not 3.
If not more.
If
Lord
not
have
3.
mercy.
Denver Next team in that division, Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Shut up, Cole.
NEXT. They're to me they're pretenders.
Thank you.
They'll be better. They'll be better than they were last year just because Sean Payton will make them more.
No, they will be better, but they aren't going to be 10 for anything.
They'll be better than they were last year. That doesn't mean they're going to win more games. But they'll actually look like
they'll actually compete.
Yes. Last year they didn't even look like a competent football team.
Los Angeles Raiders.
Oh.
Thank you for saying that too.
Jeez. You know, I would be so much higher on the Raiders this year, but with this Josh Jacobs thing going on, I gotta put.
That's the problem right there.
Yeah, I can't count on him. I can't count on anybody on that team.
I can't count on them either. Let's finish it with the Chiefs, the world champions.
Well, we know what the Chiefs are.
Okay, I mean, I need to know. All right,
head of the class.
All right, shift to the NFC West. I'll start at the bottom with the Arizona Cardinals. I know we touched this already. Let's just go through the list.
They're the Detroit Lions.
They're the
Detroit Lions of that.
Horrendous.
The Rams.
Horrible.
The Rams are going to struggle without Once Stafford comes back, that's the only time we'll be able to tell what the Rams are.
But that's it. They still struggle.
Seattle Seahawks.
I got them as a pretender this year. I think last year was a little bit of Geno Smith was kind of everybody looked at him like it's just Geno. Now he's going to be looked at as the guy, and that doesn't bode well for the Seahawks.
It really
makes Snowman happy you talk about the 49ers.
Well, we know where the 49ers are obviously. We just talked about everybody in the division as being absolutely terrible. So by default, the 49ers will be pretty good. Even if they weren't the 49ers, even if they weren't the 49ers,
even if they were average, they'd be better than the rest of the division. I agree.
Being in the NFC Championship, even if they weren't doing that, we still have to put them as contenders because everybody else in the division is god awful.
Yeah. All right, to the AFC Central. Let's go with oh, God, I can't believe I'm starting here. Cleveland Browns, AFC Central. Yes, I'm saying it right. Doggone it.
Otherwise known as the AFC North.
AFC, fine. AFC North.
I'm not buying the Browns this year. A lot of people are telling me, they'll be better. A lot of guys on the corner booths were saying, they're gonna be better this year. They're gonna be a better team. And I was like, no, they're not. I have them at 5 wins. So,
okay. Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know what's good. You know what they're gonna do. They're gonna finish 9-8. They're gonna finish 9-8 because Mike Tomlin doesn't have losing seasons. It just doesn't happen.
Their first.
Yeah, they're gonna fight and scrap. Yeah.
And their first L comes with the first game.
I remember when they were 6-8. They were 6-8, and I was on the Brian Snow show.
That you were.
And I said, we were picking games, and I said, we picked the Steelers, and I said, Mike Tomlin's not having a losing season. What'd they do? They ran the table.
They ran the table. They ran the table.
They were 6-8. They ran the table to go 9-8.
So we know the Browns are the Detroit Lions. The Pittsburgh Steelers, pretenders or contenders? What do you think?
They're pretenders. They're pretenders. They're going to go 9-8.
All right, Baltimore Ravens.
I got them as a pretender.
And the Cincinnati Bengals.
They're the class of that. They're the class of that division.
And I agree with Dietz about the Ravens. They're pretenders this year unless two things happen. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's go to the AFC South. We already talked Colts. My next team's the Tennessee Titans.
I love the Titans this year.
These differing opinions are brought to you by Multiple Meal. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Whenever I think Titans, if it's not Derrick Henry on the screen, I fall asleep.
Oh, hey, totally agreed. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Class of the division.
I got them as pretenders this year.
I
think they slide back. I think they slide back, and Tennessee slides up.
Class of division. Because I don't know who's going to actually be the guy who's going to be under center for the Titans.
Remember the last time we said the Jaguars were the class of the division?
Yes.
They were in the
2019.
They were in the AFC Championship game, and then they went right back to being the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They went right back to being the Jaguars. All right. To the AFC East, we start with the Jets.
I'm not buying. I know Ryan McCarthy. I know you're going to get on me for this, but I'm not buying the Jets this year. I still got them at the bottom of the division.
I'm buying the Jets. I just want that high Hodgkin sipping, toe picking, darkness retreat having idiot suffer defeat in January, just like the Cowboys.
New England Patriots.
I think this division. This is going to be one of the toughest
That
divisions.
Space Cadet needs to go
in football. And that's why I think they're going to be the bottom of the division, and that's 8 and out.
We have to pause real fast because we have someone to bring on, because I think we might have another opinion about this matter.
Oh dear, here we go.
And now batting, the man who claims that everything New York is wonderful in sports, number 420, Wize El Jefe. Number 420.
When have I ever claimed that? That's what I'm saying, man. Cole, I get it. Cole. Fine. It's today's one of those days.
Can we get Wize's PSA, please? Just for the hell of it. Can we get Wize's PSA, please?
Anymore. I am no longer that person. I don't say about Boston.
You know what?
The following is a public service announcement from Wize El Jefe.
Boston.
This has been a public service announcement from Wize El Jefe.
I's no longer that person.
You are a trip.
Why you always lying?
What are you talking about? I grow every day, man. I'm no longer that person.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
Emma Bustelo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing a kinder, gentler Wize El Jefe.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Yeah.
I'm not saying that because our generation is not kinder and gentler. We are not.
It should be a crime. Wize has not been on the screen 2 minutes, and I'm already feeling good just because he's here. Because oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
Okay, we got to the AFC East. We got two divisions left.
Sir.
Stop being a hater, yo. Stop being a hater. Leave Aaron Rodgers alone, man. Let him play. You're just a hater. You're just a hater right now.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Well, all right. Okay. You're right. Give me this camera.
Aaron Rodgers blows chunks. Take that.
I will say this with all of the wonderful love in my heart.
Don't lie.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't give a crap what uniform you wear. You could be wearing the Texans uniform. I don't give a crap your ayahuasca sipping, toe picking, darkness retreating space cadet behind needs to retire. I don't give a crap if it's after this year, next year, the year after, but you need to retire, and you really need to retire now. I'm sick of your crap.
With that, we're going to take a quick pause. We'll finish the game with Totally Deets, and then I got a few things to say about Aaron Rodgers. We're in hour 2, but we're going to make it official after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk and they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt
2 Chainz cousins.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2, Wize El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it. What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now. Oh, the foolishness!
Aaron Rodgers sucks.
And you wonder why I was wheezing in my chair laughing for 4.5 minutes. This is officially hour 2. It's presented by Fanatics. If you're looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride, look no further than Fanatics. Don't miss out on a chance to elevate your game day experience. Go to snowmanmultimediasports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything. In the middle of Totally Deets, Wize shows up, Cole goes off, I fall out of my chair laughing at all this mess. And Victor, I blame you too, doggone it.
My mentality brother has the audacity to call me a hater. That hurts my that hurts my heart, Wize.
Just a minute.
My heart is hurt, Wize.
Aaron Rodgers
sucks. And you may as well call me a hater too, because he blows.
49er bias.
Listen, we kick Aaron Rodgers' ass.
Listen.
All right?
Listen. 49er
I ain't
bias.
listening anymore. Aaron Rodgers got his ass kicked in his house by my 49ers.
Oh my God.
Period.
Wait, go ahead, Wize. Go ahead, Wize.
No. Let's continue with the thing, but
you hurt my heart, Wize. Why would you say this? Such a painful thing.
Such a painful thing. And Deeks is just sitting back watching the fun with all this.
I'm not saying anything about Aaron Rodgers. I'm not.
You don't have
every
to.
Every time the Cowboys do something with Aaron Rodgers, he comes back and kills us. So I'm staying out of it.
All of football.
You ain't staying. Deeks, you ain't staying out of this. You invented this. I'm staying out of Aaron
Rodgers because we have to see it. He finally gets out of Green Bay, and we have to see him in week 2.
That's your fault.
Finally, he's out of Green Bay.
And I hope that game ends anymore. You know what?
The NFL
Listen,
Dallas has to play him in week 2.
Listen, Wize don't hate me, and so is Deets, but I hope that game ends in a tie.
Well, we have also another guest coming on, and here we go.
Oh, dear.
Really?
No words needed, baby. What's going on?
Eagles Elite and Playmakers Sports Productions own Cool McCain is joining us.
McCain? Cool. Oh yeah, look at you with your nice intro, huh?
And so now we have an Eagles fan, a Giants fan, a Cowboys fan.
Look, I don't see you complaining no more.
Okay, fine. Hold on.
No.
And now batting the man who has sour grapes with every other intros, number 420, Wize El Jefe. Number 420.
Oh my
God. Cole, can we get the train, please? Can we get the train, please?
Oh, you was gonna get the train eventually. Oh, you were gonna get the train.
So I just want to make sure I heard something correctly.
I had Domingo German. I had Vince McMahon. I had a taste of mentality that we were going to do with the Orlando Magic donating to Ron DeSantis' Pac, but no.
Can we do that one?
No.
Can we? Let's look. We already know Dietz's picks with the. Let's touch the DeSantis one because I want Wize to go off.
Can we finish the? No, can we finish the? Because
I want Wize to. First of all, I want Wize to go off first
about the season
on that Orlando Magic story.
Season. I am telling you now, D. Willie was completely disrespectful on his show the other night.
But what do you expect? You're talking to a Commanders fan.
So let's get to the NFC East, right? Because your man was really disrespectful.
Wow. Wize, what do you expect? You were talking to a Commanders fan. Do you think that you think he was going to be less disrespectful?
And yes, Victor, you're getting blamed for all this.
1-7. This dude was really yo.
What did he say?
I love you, D. Willie. You my man and all. You is my man.
Give him the camera. Give him the camera. Let's step back.
I heard. I did hear that. I did hear it through 8 games. He said the Giants were 1-7. Yes, I heard that. But I expect that from a Commanders fan.
This dude who is talking. This is the dude who's being led by Sam Howell. How you was very disrespectful, my man. Like 1-7. 1-7. Hey, are you crazy?
Yes, I did hear that.
One of those teams is going to be 1-7 through week 8, and it's not going to be the Giants. And not only that, but Eric Bieniemy is going to be the. I already said this. Eric Bieniemy is going to be the head coach by week 8.
Well, eventually he's going to be the head coach of the Commanders. But come on, what do you expect? What do you expect from Drew?
I'm telling you right now, week 8, when that team is 1-7, and they're completely done for the season. Eric Bieniemy is going to be promoted to head coach in the middle of this season. I'm calling it right now. I called it the minute he signed there. The minute he signed there, I said by week 8 he's going to be the head coach.
See, Wize, you have a Cowboys fan who's actually saying that the Commanders will be 1-7. Is that good enough for you?
No, because my man was disrespectful, yo. And to do it, it was. And his argument was, I had to go against you in some category. Like, dude, no, you was totally disrespectful with that comment. 1-7, and then again, the game he picked,
that the Giants would win.
Yeah, I think it was the Jets game he picked.
It
might have been.
Well, duh, it's the Jets.
It doesn't matter. That
yes,
1-8 was what.
Because Aaron Rodgers is going to.
All I can say about the Giants is they're not winning. They're not winning week 1.
Yes, they are.
They're not winning week 1.
Yes,
they won't, because I will be in the house.
That gives to the Meadowlands, right?
I will not allow this.
Wait. So they play the Cowboys. That's in the Meadowlands, right, Deeds?
No. Oh, yeah. Or is it
at
in
Giant
Texas
Stadium, week 1?
Yeah.
Oh, then
so
the Cowboys are going to get.
No, it's at Giant Stadium.
Well, MetLife. MetLife Stadium, but
that's why I will be.
It's going to be a great game. But we
if it was in
Lucas Street,
I wouldn't be able to go.
Because I'm tired of my cousin Marvin Otero sending me memes. I started the war. I am tired of him sending me. I am calling him out. Marvin Otero.
Oh Lord, are you
sending me memes? So I started it this year. You seen Cole seen them? I've
seen them too.
I fired the first shot. It was a memory of Brokeback Mountain, and it was me saying, "This is who I'm gonna say. This is who I'm gonna tell my son the Dallas Cowboys are."
That's a quality comeback, sir. It's a quality comeback.
Man in the morning with Cole Johnson. The only show, the only morning sports show with a Brokeback Mountain reference, courtesy of Wize El Jefe. Now I gotta get more coffee. Damn y'all!
Well, I want to say I have two questions real quick. So, did I hear correctly, or were we picking the Jags and the Jets to finish last in their divisions?
No. Dietz is. Oh gosh.
Okay, so Dietz.
Oh gosh.
He got booted. Okay.
All right.
Oh
gosh.
No,
I'm still trying to recover from the Brokeback Mountain reference, and yes, I saw that.
No,
I
last
have
in
not
the AFC
laughed
Central
this
is the
hard.
Houston
I have
Texans.
not laughed this hard.
That's not even a.
Listen,
That's an
I have not laughed this hard on a series of jokes throughout the show in 2 full years.
Oh my gosh.
I was in the hospital, and this is one of those days, and y'all will hear at the end of the show why I asked these guys to make me laugh as much as possible. But y'all have done that, and then some. Wize just comes in firing howitzers at Cole, calling him a hater.
Yes.
Wize,
How dare you? How dare you call your brother a hater? Like I said, that hurt. That cut me deep, man. That cut me deep.
Let me get Wize a good Giants reference.
Yeah. I see it. I see
what
it.
face that is, right?
Yes. Negro be lying fans.
Can we get the bait? Can we get the Chris Base promo, please?
Not the Negro be lying face on me, you cold, bro.
Yes.
Because we take this job so serious.
Man, I went home that day and talked to my wife, Vicky. And Vicky was like, "What's wrong with you? You pissed off?" Yeah, I got this partner I'm working with back in the radio station. The Negro be lying. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
And you know the face that Wize said. Do you know the face that Wize has right now after he just unloaded on Cole and called him a hater, and Cole responded very subtly. It's a simple question, and you see it in the chat right here. What I ever do you?
That is a classic line. That is a classic line.
That's exactly what Wize. That's exactly what Wize is saying to D Willie right now. And Drew will be with us tomorrow at the end of hour 2 because he wants to hang with us when bass comes on. And that's the look that Wize has right now.
Oh gosh!
Throwing at Cole. Just to see that face right there, the grandpapa face, the grandpapa face. He's got the simple whatever.
Don't nobody want to see a jersey, Deets. Nobody.
Everybody wants it. Man. Hey, Victor called for the summoning. I got it right there. It's gonna be live in Giants.
Why you always
rocking Giants Stadium?
Oh my gosh!
My Dion jersey.
Everybody did not call for that Cowboys jersey to be shown.
I am going to be all over Giant Stadium week 1. I'm telling you right now, they're not.
Will you
they're
put
not going to
that
let me
jersey
down.
away, please? Just put it away. Listen, I got to make this joke for Deets. I haven't done it for him all morning. I will do it for him now. What the hell is that?
Wait, Tom Brady did not wear. Wait. Tom Brady did not wear 12 in University of Michigan.
Ain't that Harbaugh's number?
No.
Oh, I don't.
It's not Brady's number because Brady wore 10.
Brady wore 10. Yeah. So why you have a number 12 Michigan jersey, Mr. Dietz?
Just
Chris Dietz, paging Chris Dietz. Come in, Chris Dietz.
Dietz is muted. You're muted. There you go. There you go. We got you.
I'm unmuted.
Yeah, now you are.
All right, so it might be a Brian Greasy jersey actually.
I think he
I don't know which one.
Or did he wear 14 there too?
Greasy wore 14.
I don't know.
Greasy wore 14
So I don't know whose jersey it is, but it's a Michigan jersey.
It's got
it's a Michigan jersey. I know.
It's got Dreisbach.
That's all I got.
From 1996.
Oh, that's who wore 12. That's who wore 12. That's right.
Got Dreisbach.
Okay.
Sure.
Anyway, Cool is back. So what was Cool's
I
question?
was hoping it was.
Yeah.
I wish it was a number. I wish it was a number 2. I wish it was a number 2, but we can't.
Charles Woodson. That makes sense. Yeah, Charles Woodson. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh yes. Cool. Your 2 questions that you had toward Dietz, and I think the questions were centered around the Jets and the Jaguars being last in their respective divisions, sir. Are you frozen?
The Jaguars.
He is frozen again.
The Jaguars was a mishearing me. I'm not saying the Jaguars are going to finish. The Jaguars are going to finish second in that division. I think the Titans are going to win.
You think the Titans are going to win it?
That's what I think is going to happen.
I don't, because I just don't have the faith in the Titans pulling that division out.
You have the Titans winning the AFC South?
Yes,
he does. I don't.
I do. I think the addition. Of D-Hop. The addition of D-Hop.
If you want to go there
with that running back,
who is going to throw him the ball? That is my problem with them.
The addition with really
listen.
Derrick Henry will throw him the ball.
Derrick
Henry will throw.
If Derrick Henry throws him the ball, then they still going to be worse than that.
Then they're going to finish 7-10 again.
No. Listen, adding Ridley for Lawrence is a big weapon. It's a big. Before he got suspended on
it's a huge weapon for Lawrence. Yes.
He finally has that number 1 receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is him. I agree.
He has that number 1.
I do, but I'm just not buying. I'm not buying the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got to do it. They got to do it a second time for me. Remember what happened last year. Remember last year. Last year, the reason the Jaguars won is because they won that final game in the last week of the season. If the Titans had won that game, the Titans would have gone to the playoffs.
Well, see, you have to understand. The Jaguars came back from a 5-game deficit because this is why I will not pick the Titans. The Titans had a stranglehold on the AFC South, and because of how they play and the team and the quarterbacks that they don't have really, they went and tanked. And I don't see, and the team looks similar now than it did in January. I don't see an improvement. Even with Hopkins, I really don't see an improvement. Yeah, I don't.
Look, D-Hop will not play
you said the addition of Calvin Ridley. Which addition is better, DeAndre Hopkins or Calvin Ridley?
Calvin Ridley.
To me, it's not even close. It's DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is way better.
Don't you ever tell that lie again.
It's Calvin Ridley because he's been part of the team for over a year.
And Calvin Ridley is younger than DeAndre Hopkins, and DeAndre Hopkins has been a cancer everywhere he's gone.
It's not even
That's why I don't trust.
He's a cancer in the locker. He's a cancer in the locker.
Thank you. Say it again. No. Say it again, Wize. Say it again, Wize.
Throwing him the rock.
Thank you.
Lawrence throwing Calvin Ridley the rock. Who you?
Thank you.
Tennessee got what?
Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis. They may still have Josh Dobbs. Which of those 3 is going to take them somewhere?
No, their third string quarterback is Will Levis.
Yeah, they drafted Will Levis.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Even better. Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis, and doggone it,
Will Levis.
And Will Levis. And which of those 3? Which of those 3 is going to actually be serviceable enough to make the Titans AFC South champions? None of them.
Trevor Lawrence, first of all.
I got a better question. Who the hell is Will Levis?
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh.
Ryan Tannehill.
People loved him in this area.
Enough to get them to an AFC championship game.
No. That defense of Derrick Henry were. That defense of Derrick Henry were. I know this because I live in the area.
Serviceable enough. I didn't say he got in there. I said he was serviceable enough. And that's all you need to be. That's all you need to be with those 2 guys. With Derrick Henry and with DeAndre Hopkins, you just have to be serviceable. Just don't throw the ball to the other team. That's all you got to do.
I put it to you this way. We had Mr. Call of Duty have DeAndre Hopkins on their team, and Snowman, what was the record last year of the Cardinals?
The Arizona Cardinals made the playoffs the one year he played the entire season. If DeAndre Hopkins has his head right and can get on the field,
Thank you.
If he has his head right, but I can't be in there.
That's
I can't be in that locker room.
Huge if.
Yeah, it's a big, huge if.
That is a big, huge if now.
Brian Culp, good morning to you. To the Godfather, good morning to you. And I still have a question that says, who in the bloody hell is Will Levis?
People love him in this area. He played in Kentucky. They loved him.
Let me try. Will Levis.
They loved him.
From Madison, Connecticut.
Loved him.
Let me try this question again. Who the hell is Will Levis?
He was the quarterback at Kentucky last year.
They loved him around here. Loved him.
How'd they finish?
And he was a great.
They sank faster than a rock in the Pacific Ocean.
He played well at Penn State too. He played real well at Penn State.
Don't you ever tell that lie again. He didn't do anything at Penn State.
He almost beat Ohio State by himself.
You just put a key word in your sentence. That's capitalized.
Almost.
That's the void.
Yeah, well, the fact that he took over after he took over a 21-point deficit.
Thank you, Ryan.
And turned it in, and they lost by 7.
Not the cap.
So
Ryan,
technically, he
we here, buddy. We here, buddy.
A 21-point hole.
We here. Yes.
Not the cap.
Yes.
Okay. Now that everything is somewhat calm, this is my depiction. This is my depiction of the quarterback situation in Tennessee.
Him.
Dang.
If it isn't Mr. Disrespectful himself.
Oh, there he is. See that? What's up, Drew? You said his name. You said his name, and there he comes.
And here he is.
Oh, Drew, wonderful in or out with Wize, but he seems to have a bone to pick with you, sir. He's wondering why were you showing such huge amounts of disrespect toward the Giants, having them have a 1-7 start.
Listen, we know why. You know why he, like you said, he's the Commanders fan.
Hail to the Commanders! Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, not old. No.
Yes.
Worst name in the NFL, by the way. Great job, Daniel Dumbsnyder. Worst name in the NFL. I'm sure y'all can.
100. 100. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm going old school.
And he's being
disrespectful
disrespectful
people
again.
up.
He's being disrespectful again. He's real disrespectful like right now, man.
Okay, let's take a look at this.
Okay.
Hold up. Live research, folks.
Are you gonna look up the schedule?
Yes, I am.
And see what's
All right, so why you looking
now?
why
Go
you
ahead. Go ahead, Walt. Cole. Go ahead, Cole.
This is my two questions to Beach. How in the world do you have any team in the AFC South being better than the Jaguars for the season? That is preposterous. It is blasphemous, and it is ridiculous.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you continue.
Titans possibly being the second best team.
Wait a minute. I'm looking up the wrong schedule. I blew it.
Because they
I blew it.
going to be the second best team.
Because I don't trust.
This is the schedule I need to
I don't
look up.
trust the Jacksonville Jaguars. I trust the Jacksonville Jaguars to go back to being the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And I trust the Titans to continue to be the Titans.
And I trust the Titans to suck.
I trust them to continue to be the Titans.
To suck.
Who has the best coach in that division? Who's the best coach in that division?
Jaguars. Jaguars.
Okay.
Jaguars. And look, and I have a lot of respect for Vrabel, but Doug Peterson easily is the best coach in the AFC South. Yeah.
Who has the best wide receiving core?
Jaguars.
Who has the best? Okay, so we got the best wide receiver core. Who has the best quarterback?
Jaguars.
Okay, so best quarterback, best receiving core, best head coach. Defenses, I'm going to say all the defenses improved a little bit, but they all need.
It's a push.
Better. Their defense
is a push. Defense is a push.
Who has a good running game? Also.
Oops.
The Titans. I'll say the Titans have a better running game slightly. Yeah.
Because of Henry.
Yeah, the Titans have a better running game. I'll say
healthy ETN will cancel that out.
That's what say slightly because of ETN.
A healthy ETN
who has a better running back room though?
Oh, running back room Titans. Yes.
So the Jags have a better running back room because they have more depth.
Mm-hmm.
So we can argue it's one or two. So let's just say we can say the Titans are 1, Jags are 2. So you got
I agree.
The second best running game, arguably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The best wide receiver group, the best quarterback, the best head coach.
Right.
But this guy's going to sit here and say, "Oh, they're going to regress because of what they did 10 years ago with a different staff, different head coach, different owner."
No, because 2 years ago they had the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. I'm not going back 10 years ago. I'm going back 2 years ago.
And guess who gave him that number 1 draft pick?
Urban Meyer as the head coach.
Dude wanted to have at Ohio State. Co-ed sit on his lap in Columbus. He didn't give a crap about the Jaguars.
More than once.
Listen.
But we're going to take things that happened prior to the current coaching staff and try to use it as the argument as to why they're going to be bad. If you want to tell me, Christopher Deese, that you think that Trevor Lawrence is trash, if you want to tell me that you think the wide receiver room is trash, if you want to tell me you think
Trash.
No, I just think the Titans will be better. I don't think the Titans will fall apart like they did last year when they were 5 games up and they fell apart. I think the Titans will be. I think the Titans will be a better football team this year than they were last year. I believe in Mike Vrabel. I think he can get them to be. I think he can get them to be. I think the winner of that division is going to be 10-7, and I think the Jaguars finish 9-8. I think Titans finish 10.
And somehow we got to put a bow on this bad boy here pretty soon.
Basically, Jacksonville is not going to fall off. They're not going to be 5 games behind this year because they're not coming off the season where they had doo-doo as head coach.
And they have confidence because of what happened in the last year. Yeah.
You just said the biggest thing, Cole.
Mm-hmm.
You just said the biggest thing the Jaguars haven't had since 1999. Confidence.
Yeah. Because that run gave them confidence.
Hell, if you think about it.
Marvin Jones Jr. or Calvin Ridley, who's a better receiver?
Calvin Ridley.
Right. So they win and improve, but they're going to be worse.
No, they could be better.
I think Jacksonville is going to be the second best team in that division, but they're not going to be better than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Agreed. 100. Agreed.
And also, there is no way on this bloody earth, there is no way that you can sit here on any microphone and say Aaron Rodgers' team is going to be the worst in that division. That's the trashiest take I think I've ever heard you have. That is
once again, I don't think they heard you. Say it again. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to.
They may not win a division, but they can't. They're not going to be the worst team in the division. They almost made the playoffs, and now you added a Hall of Fame quarterback. So there's no way they're going to be the worst
quarterback.
team.
My ass.
You can say what you want. You can say how you want about him, Snowman. He's better than what they had last year.
There's no question about that. There's no question about that.
We've proven that Eddie's better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's all.
Hey, Cole, you listening?
What?
That's all I got to say about those things. So I just had to get those quick comments out. That's all I got to say.
But
I'm glad, bro. And I agree with everything you said, man. Seriously.
But anyway, Oh my God!
Thanks for popping on, Cool.
Y'all crazy, all of y'all.
All of y'all, and you the one who came in guns a-blazing, and we crazy.
I always do that.
Wize came in dropping howitzers, like I said.
But we crazy.
But we are crazy.
We all crazy.
But we are crazy. What's up, Darian Hopkins? Checking in with us from Philadelphia. We are crazy. All right. Thank you, Deeds, for Contender, Pretender, or Detroit Lions. Thanks for coming on as you do each and every Thursday, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother Deeds.
Later, Deeds.
Oh my goodness.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Absolutely. Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
I have one question before we go to our final break of the morning.
What's the question, sir?
What the hell happened this hour?
What happened this hour? I plan a doggone slate that just calls all the straight up when you get the totally deets. I can't believe. Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen, hold on. Listen, I am not McCarthy. I have an intro. I have an intro, McCarthy. I do. I have a personalized intro. It's just, but I have to make. I gotta listen. My brother creates fire. Like every time he creates a new intro, it's better than the last one. I know this. Everyone knows this. Like once my brother creates an intro, his next intro expected to be better than the last one.
But see, this is the same brother and Brother Wize, where Cole introduced him, and all we see is Wize shaking his head with his thumb and his forefinger holding his temples, going twist the knife.
Because don't let anything New York sports happen. Because my brother's gonna bring it up. He like I didn't know the Yankees lost last night. Or like if the Yankees lost last night, thank God they didn't lose last night.
Okay, well then,
I'm like he didn't go. Oh, the man who is recovering from the Yankees losing 2 out of 3 from Tampa Bay.
You being like, and now batting. The man who is Satan Domingo German is going to be gone the rest of this year. Number 420, Wize El Jefe. Number 420.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I wasn't paying attention.
You mean like that? Yeah, he admitted himself to rehab because of alcoholism.
Well, that takes care of the Domingo German.
Well, he threw a no-hitter in June, and now he's going to be gone for the rest of the year in August.
Gone for the rest of the year. And then there's this.
Didn't do anything.
Then there's this DeSantis thing, and I want Wize to take about 90 seconds to go off on that.
All right, so I'll set it up. All right, so the Orlando Magic, they decided to be philanthropists. They want to dedicate stuff into the community. So they recently made a $50,000 donation to the Never Back Down Incorporated Political Action Committee that actually supports the presidential campaign of current Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Now, according to records filed by the FEC, or Federal Election Commission, the donation was received back in June. The Magic initially emailed a statement to USA Today Sports on Wednesday afternoon indicating they don't publicly comment on political contributions, but hours later, though, a spokesperson sent an update saying that the check was dated and delivered May the 19th. Now,
it's going off in 3, 2, and 1.
Before he does go off, so the statement is as follows: quote, To clarify, this gift was given before Governor DeSantis entered the presidential race. It was given as a Florida business in support of a Florida governor for the continued prosperity of Central Florida.
Man, what prosperity of Central Florida, man?
Close quote. Okay. And now, and yes,
in 3, 2, and 1.
The following is a public service announcement from Wize El Jefe,
Boston.
This has been a public service announcement from Wize El Jefe.
Do they even understand there's people moving out of Florida in droves? Like, seriously, like, this is a man who signed into legislation, businesses getting fined if they had illegal aliens working on their company.
In the company.
Yeah, in their company. And so now go check out how many construction projects are being delayed in Florida, or how many people are not picking oranges, because last I remember, none of y'all wanted to pick oranges.
Sure not. No, sir.
Or fix roads,
no, sir.
Or new construction.
None of that.
Right. Or put up sheetrock. None of that stuff.
None of that. And now you got companies getting threatened to get fined if they have these illegal. At least, listen, y'all people don't want to do these jobs. So, because we have people wanting to do these jobs and are paying taxes, you don't want them to have these jobs. Maybe these people who are working, give them the opportunity to gain a green card or something, but to just outrightly just ban them when you know that they're key to these small Florida businesses like these orange groves that need workers, because none of you regular lazy Americans want to do it.
Damn.
Don't hurt them.
So to donate to DeSantis and say because we're trying to is for a Florida governor who just included a curriculum into the school systems, talking about slaves had an advantage and that they learned skills and trades.
Yes,
so
being a slave. Yeah, being a slave was beneficial.
Yeah,
it was beneficial to learn those skills, those hard blue collar skills from being in slavery.
Yeah. So we should be thankful for that. Are you kidding me?
Now, see, this is what I wish I would have a mentality.
It blows my mind for people to. Yeah, there's all this. They're doing all these stuff to divide us, to continue to divide us. Put it in these curriculums that are ridiculous. When you have and take out curriculum and whitewash it.
Yeah.
And make it so that we try to make slavery look like it was something to be glorified. Like, you learned a skill, yes, so you should be grateful.
Yeah.
But you forget the part that where you were whipped, you were castrated, your legs cut off, feet cut off, whatever.
No,
lynchings, all this craziness. Forget about all that. It's in the past.
You were an indentured servant.
That's why the Magic suck anyway. Listen, they haven't been relevant since Dwight Howard left. They trash anyway. So.
They are
trays.
I'll put a bow on this puppy in 2 minutes because I have some very special words. Back in a little bit.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
PK Tire Pros, your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with the Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
Back to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson with Wize El Jefe as well joining us. And today is a special day, and we basically try to do our best to, in laughter, celebrate a wonderful life. And with the final word in this episode, we turn it over to the Snowman.
This is a difficult day because, as I learned yesterday, my friend Alvin Washington Jr., his end-of-life ceremony, as his mom explained it to me, will be this morning in a little over an hour, or a little less than an hour. And it's tough saying goodbye to someone that you hold very dear to you, saying goodbye to someone who has basically cut their teeth with you in an industry that you've adored and that you've called your career. A very unorthodox way for me to get into broadcasting. And I will never, ever forget you, Ben. Ever. We've called so many games together. We've taken so many train rides from the south side to downtown, up to the north side and beyond. I mean, hell, we even had a chance to do a game at the U.S. Cellular Field for the City Baseball Championship. We did the same at in Wrigley Field. First one we ever did together was 1998. First ever city championship for basketball was the same year, 1998. And I thought, and I know you have fought this several times, and the last 12 years of your life has been not only physically hard on you, but mentally and emotionally as well. When I got the word from his mom yesterday while I was on the air, I cried. I didn't sleep. I couldn't get comfortable. I talked to some dear friends of mine that said, Snowman, you need to lean on not only your microphone, but also your family. Vinny, my friend, from the Tech Center to the Dolphin Dome, to the Titan Coliseum, to the Crusader Coliseum, and beyond, I will never forget you. I will always remember you. And I love you, my friend. Your race is over. And ours now really begins. And I now have an extra purpose for the Snowman Stadium Tour. God bless everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.